Hello there, my name is PolishLynx, welcome to Written in the Skies Written in the Skies. Let's continue, because we have some story here, I think at least. Okay, many Earth centuries ago, we Martians were at war with the Mercurians, residents of Mercury. Because that was not obvious. We fought for countless years, decimating all visible life on both of our planets and forcing one another into our spaceships. But as the war dragged on, both sides harbored an increasing desire for peace, desperate to return to and rebuild our once beautiful planets. It was then that we reached a truce, a ceasefire agreement, bound by a sacred ritual. The kind of Mercury married the Queen of Mars, and the two were bound together by a powerful relic, a ring forged from rare metals and imbued with untold power. For many years, neither race bore any ill will towards the other. The original reason for the war was long forgotten, and we all lived in peace together. It was a wonderful, decadent period of time, one we all wished would last forever. But even then, there remained some who craved war. A few militants reared their heads now and then, seeking to disrupt the peace we had all worked so hard to attain. And one day, following the assassination of the King of Mercury, they succeeded. They stole his ring and launched it into the cosmos, desperate to prevent another bonding from ever occurring. Worse, as per their plan, mistrust over the assassination broke out, and all races faced off against one another once more. So you see, that is why I need that ring. If I do not bond with the wearer of the ring, it's only a matter of time before our planets become barren wastelands once more. I listened closely to Siena's story, absorbing as much information as I could retain. I found it hard to believe that the ring on my finger, so ordinary in appearance, size and weight, could be so important. Even so, as Siena finished talking, one question bothered me more than any other. But why me? The ritual was just a gesture, right? Isn't the important part that the one you marry is from Mercury? No, that is incorrect. I apologize for using misleading terminology, but marriage is the closest thing you humans have to something, our bonding ritual. You see, unlike marriage, this thing causes both parties to undergo a change. What? Two entities form an unbreakable bond, one which binds their ever lives together, such that the death of one would mean the death of the other. What? In return for the life bond, one party increases their strength proportionally to the binding relic. If I, the Queen, were to attain the power of this ring, I could unite Mars and Mercury forevermore. Siena spoke of enough power to rule two planets, but even then, she didn't appear to be happy in the slightest. The happy, naive, forceful woman I had met only yesterday was gone, replaced by a reluctant ruler. Poor Siena. I never would have imagined she had it so tough. Either she gets married to whoever the ring chooses for her, or her home planet descends into war. If I were in her shoes, I don't know what I'd do. So, it doesn't matter if your partner isn't from Mercury? Not at all. As the offspring of the late Queen and King, I am half Martian, half Mercurian. My very existence is enough to unite both planets. All I need now is power. The power of the ring! This ring. The ring I selfishly, unknowingly bound to my own body. If it weren't for my curiosity, Siena would have nothing to worry about. She had the ring, free to choose her own path, and I'd be none the wiser. But now, I understand that it's a big decision. It's not an act to be taken lightly. Nonetheless, I must ask that you expedite your decision. I will give you 1 Earth day to consider my proposal. Oh crap. That would be tough, I guess. The day after Siena left me with her proposal, my life continued in a relatively normal fashion. I said goodbye to my father, who was still trapped inside of our pet goldfish, ate breakfast, cleaned my ugly wedding ring and headed to school. Just a normal morning, without any talk of aliens, or interplanetary wars, or ceremonies of any kind. Even so, after such an abnormal day, there was no way I could go about my day in peace. Every waking moment I wondered about what had happened, and the choice Sienna left me. I stayed up most of the night thinking about it, but this really isn't a decision I should be rushing. Getting married is a huge deal, especially since I'd be marrying into reality. I'd have my own servants. I'd rule over a planet. If nothing else, it certainly wouldn't be boring. Yeah. I could experience an entirely new way of life, not to mention all of the cool alien technology. And yet, do I really have the guts? I've only just met Sienna. I couldn't do something as impulsive as marry her, could I? This whole situation is utterly absurd. How can I even consider going through with it?
And then Benjamin Franklin said, "Hey, Azur, are you listening to me?"
It would be exciting, and no life on Earth could ever hope to compare to it. But what would I be getting myself into? I need more time, more information. The way things are, I can't...
Azur!
What's happening?
I knew it! You fell asleep in class again!
I didn't fall asleep, I just...
No more excuses. Go to the vice principal's office right now!
Not again. I knew I shouldn't have bothered coming to school today. With another boring day coming to an end, I quickly made my way home. Despite being in school for the day, I spent most of my time outside of class, being reprimanded for my behavior. As a result, the day passed even more slowly than usual, giving me ample time to think about Sienna's proposal. You know, I've never been sent to director or vice director or anyone in, well, primary school, junior high or high school for sleeping at the lesson, which happens sometimes. Okay.
Sienna, are you here?
I shouted in my silent home as I entered the living room. However, I could see neither hide nor hair of Sienna. My father, who was laying on the floor and floundering like a fish out of water, was the only person I could see.
Sienna?
I entered my bedroom, softly calling out as I entered.
You've returned. How was the learning prison? That's also a good name. Have you fulfilled your sentence for today?
I considered correcting Sienna, but the more I thought about it, the more I realized there was nothing to correct.
I guess so. If I spent very little time actually attending class. I was mostly trapped in detention. I see. So that is what it means to have a detention. A person from the learning prison called, asking for a father, and informed me that you had a detention. Prison. Learning prison. Oh my god, it's so good. I asked her to elaborate, but she just told me about you. Not about this concept of captivity within captivity.
Once again, I couldn't fault Sienna's summation.
It's not like I was trying to get in trouble. I was just deep in thought. You mean to say, it's my fault that you were punished? No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't blame you for that. But you're right. That is what I was thinking about. I see.
Even after thinking it over all day, it was difficult to reach a decision. A single day was not enough to reach a decision on something as irreversible and life-changing as marrying the queen of another planet. Nonetheless, as my deadline approached, I knew what I wanted to do.
Sienna, I want to something you.
I think it looks a bit different, and it might lead to something different.
What are you saying? Where did you learn to speak like that?
Did I say it wrong?
I mean, that's certainly a stage of, but still, to jump straight to that? Did I say something wrong? I was trying to use the word you used yourself, but I must have said it incorrectly. What I'm trying to say is, Sienna, will you marry me? Eh? You mean it?
Yes, I mean it.
You'll marry me after all?
Yes, I will.
That's right! Sienna, even if we barely know each other, the truth is my life has been more interesting these past few days than it has the rest of my life. If a life with you is even half as enjoyable, then I want to spend the rest of my life with you. You really mean it? You are not just saying this out of pity or a sense of duty as the ring bearer, are you? No way! I wouldn't sign my life away over something as silly as that. Sienna, if you have me, then I want to be your king.
Sienna continued to stare into my eyes, with a look of pure joy on her face. Tears formed in the corners of her eyes, though never streaming down her cheeks. Ah, gee. If Sienna starts crying, then I won't be able to hold back either. Driven both by curiosity and a desire to keep Sienna from crying, I move on to the next step.
So, Sienna, what do we do now? How do we perform the ritual I think you're talking about? Eh? What are you talking about, dear? You already said it yourself. We... In other words, we consummate our marriage. Consummate? I don't get it.
How can you not get it?
Well then, let me show you.
Sienna closed the distance between us, taking my body in her arms. She held me close, tightly squeezing my face into her breasts.
Sienna, what the heck are you doing? Shh, just leave it to me. I may not have any experience, but if my partner is my fated Azure, then I do my best.
Holy crap! Sienna carefully removed the glasses from my face, placing them next to my bed. She then slowly lowered me onto my bed, cradling me in her arms all the while.